Living in a daydream. Ooh, such a sweet thing. Life on the big screen. It's such a beautiful scene, yeah.
Jacob,
Rolling.
we're rolling.
Welcome to the kitchen,
Welcome,
everyone.
and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Didn't bring our hats today.
No, we did last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, we did. No, this last year, as you pointed out, our episode we talked about things we were grateful for, right?
Yeah.
Is that the one where you talked a lot about Kirk?
I
your
did. Yeah.
dad?
I think it was I think all my
lessons?
life lessons were Kirk things.
Wow, it's already been a year
For
since
like
that.
4 out of the 5. Yeah.
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 Well, in the light of that, this episode we're going to be talking about just lessons, things we're grateful for, things we've learned. This has been a pretty crazy year for
Yeah,
us.
it has been.
And I guess I'll start off by just looking where we were last year. Do you remember, to this date, do you remember where we were last year? Location?
December. Oh,
Maybe.
yeah. The Fontainebleau.
We were at Fontainebleau.
Yeah.
And that was when we were shooting with Le Rev for their grand opening. And then after their grand opening, the marketing team, they came back to Le Rev and they were going to hire them for something. Le Rev took a step back and they just said, we just don't have the time to take on this project. And seeing how much they were already doing for the grand opening, and the work that was stretching and dragging on from that, they gave us the opportunity to work with the marketing team for January.
Mm-hmm.
And we spent pretty much all of January in Vegas at Fontainebleau. And that seems like a lifetime away. Like that seems like a long time ago. So my wife and I, when we decorate our Christmas tree every year, and something we've done, we just take our Polaroids that we've taken throughout the year, and we put a little clothes tie on them and pin them there. And I saw the Polaroid that we took. Do you remember that moment? I want to frame this someday, when we were all huddled around. I think it was either Athy's computer or Cayman's, where we were looking at, I think, the fireworks, and we were all just like, every single person was in the frame, and Kayla took it, and we're just looking at it.
Yeah.
I saw that, and I got a little teary-eyed because I was like, man, looking at what we did last year, I guess this year, and just the people we've met, the things that we've shot incredible weddings. We've booked great ones for next year, but we got to shoot for Fontainebleau. We went to Florida and filmed for Fun Launch. We filmed like a lot of cool things that were outside of our comfort zone. And it's just like, I think a lesson that I've taken home this year was that there's going to be ebbs and flows in your business. I remember when we were at Fontainebleau making good money, not afraid to say it, like we were making really good money. We were thinking like, man, if we can just do this every month, that's going to be it. But the Fontainebleau thing stopped.
Yeah.
But like we didn't stop. We just kind of like had to reevaluate and find out like what we were happy about and what we like doing. And we like doing these weddings. And I think our 2025 is shaping up to be really, really good.
Big weddings.
So the lesson I kind of took away was there's going to be ebbs and flows. You can't just always bank on one thing to make you happy. I don't know, it's just a phrase, the ebbs and flows.
Never
The
heard
highs and lows. You've never heard ebbs and flow?
Never heard ebbs and flows.
Ebbs and flows. You've never heard of
Athy, Google ebbs for me.
EBBS. Ebbs and flows. You never heard of that?
No,
Really?
I don't think so. Also, I said photo finish the other day, and Kenzi's like, "What does that mean?" I was like,
That's a classic.
"I
That's
was like, she's like, I've never used that in my life."
It's gonna be a
I say
photo
finish
finish.
all the time.
no, yeah, that's classic. What does it say?
Ebbs means move away from land, recede, the tide began to ebb.
Oh, so it's like a,
So
it's
an
a
ebb
title.
and flow. Yeah. You're moving
Okay.
away, you're moving closer. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
No,
I
it's a
think
good thing to learn. Yeah.
yeah, a lesson is just like there's never going to be one thing. I think speaking as like a videographer, if you ever get like a great, amazing gig that you think is just going to make your life complete,
Quit your day job and go.
go all in. Don't count on it always being there.
Yeah.
And that's not saying that like it won't, but it's also saying just like there's meaning to other things. And like it was a time and season for us, and we love doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't say like we're sad about it not being there, because we're so excited for 2025.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm really excited for next year's weddings.
Mm-hmm, me too. Yeah, Fontainebleau was crazy. Yeah, a year ago you were filming Sylvester Stallone
That was wild. I followed that guy
and
all
the
the way up
Breaking
to his
Bad
private
boys. Like, it's
suite.
just so weird.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart,
You were filming Tom Brady.
Tom Brady with Justin Timberlake,
Yeah.
tossing dice at a freaking blackjack table.
Yeah.
Or a not,
Craps.
Yeah. Yeah, Janelle Monáe in a club on the top floor,
Yeah.
the poodle room.
That was
just
a
like
really
crazy.
fun time. Yeah, it was a really fun time.
Yeah, I was in a room. I looked over. I saw Janelle Monáe. Other side, Ben Affleck with J-Lo. And then Kevin Hart. And it's just like, what is my life today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy. That was a
Yeah.
wild ride.
Which was cool, too, because when we made Runaway Vows, we said it'd be so cool to film celebrities one day.
Yeah. And we did.
And within 2 years, we did.
Yeah.
In a way.
A-list.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
But then we moved on. We're just like,
Yeah, I would love to film. And I think I love the Fontainebleau. I learned from the Fontainebleau after the fact that we really were just camera operators.
yeah.
And I think everyone wanted to be like a creative director, you know. And I think for New Year's we were. But like for the other 3 months, I think it was like,
We're just there with a camera.
yeah. And I wish I would have approached it with that mentality
Mhm.
more and not try to be a
Mhm.
director. But
It also taught you to like work with high profile people and just
yeah, I learned a lot about.
they put us in our place.
Yeah, I learned a lot about taking direction
Mm-hmm.
and not taking things personally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I liked the fun launch the most.
I loved Fun Launch. Yeah, Fun Launch
I
was
think
fun.
that was a good example of like we had a mandate and it was to give daily hype social recaps
Mm-hmm.
of the days.
Yeah.
That was our mandate and we could do whatever we could execute it however else we wanted.
Yeah.
And that was really fun.
That was fun.
Like I just liked having that mandate of like you're coming in to be social media,
That's it.
give everyone FOMO.
That's all you have to do.
Yeah, and you don't have to report to anybody. Just
Yeah.
whatever you deliver, we'll post, and it was so cool.
That was fun.
And I would love to do more things like that.
Yeah.
More just corporate live events.
We'll figure that out
I
for
mean, I said a high
2025.
bar, like it was hype.
Yeah.
Those guys are hype.
It's hard
Bunch of
it's
finance bros.
hard to go from Fontainebleau and then Fun Lunch
To
and then to be like,
a
all right,
dentist, yeah, some.
little corporate meeting in Salt Lake City.
But no, it was really cool. It was a really cool year. I would still love to build out our media production side of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I don't know what it was for us this year. But this year I just kind of kept we were spending so much time doing, marketing and branding and things like that and really trying to ease into the market we wanted to be in. And I think for me one of the wake up calls was the Breakers with Emma. And I
yeah.
think we got the chance to second shoot with Emma at the Breakers for this beautiful client. We were there for like 3-4 days and I just remember kind of thinking like just like looking at Emma and just saying, like, look at how she's gotten here in the last 2 years. And she's very humble about it. She can connect the dots of like being right place at the right time, but also being prepared.
Yeah.
And I was like, we got to start connecting those dots ourselves. And so for me, that was also kind of like a wake up call. Like it's not just possible. It's very doable, remove any of the victim mentality you have about, whatever, like you can do it if you're just committed to it. And so I think we just kind of started refining things in our process and just saying, you know what, I'm going to stop trying to force it my way. I'm going to start kind of looking at what planners want and changing our pricing sheets and our pricing packages and adding more. Like, I don't know, it just kind of started to make sense. And then our big break was, which I believe is like the reason some of these planners who we had already kind of been in cold contact with were kind of like intrigued, is just that we got lucky with a gorgeous viral video
Down in Morgan.
that got seen by the right eyes. And that was just also a great opportunity to learn what we wanted to do. And I think it was cool seeing like 60 or 70 inquiries by now come in from that video.
Crazy.
And it was cool for me because we could have taken them all
Yeah.
and just kind of did every budget and just said, we'll do it. And just, but like that, we said, no, here's our price and this is what we're going to charge. And we lost 60 of those inquiries.
Yeah.
But the 12 we booked were all our top package.
Our
Full price.
and ideal clients too.
Brides we loved or planners that we loved.
Yeah.
Some we've already worked with, some we are just so excited to work with. So for me, that was also kind of cool and and you and I also decided like we weren't really sure if we want to be full-time educators or wedding videographers. But I think the thing I learned this year that I'm glad I learned, which is kind of a hard thing to learn too, is that the market's changed in the education world. And if I'll just speak for myself, if I want to be a genuine, authentic educator, I have to be living it.
Yeah.
I have to be out there grinding, getting the weddings, networking with the planners, kissing the right butts, going to the events, honing in the packages, finding out what does work, what doesn't work, and confidently be able to say, I like education money aside, what we're trying to make is to sustain our careers, our lives. You know, so you and I have a goal to book X amount of weddings at this price point for 2025, 2026. So that's to cover our life, right? And education's an extra. But I learned about myself. I don't want to be a guy who says, do this, do this, do this. And if they ask me, are you doing that? I'm like, no, I don't need to, because you're paying me for this knowledge.
Right.
I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
And I didn't ever want to be that guy, but I was becoming that guy on accident. And I learned this year, I don't want to be that guy.
Right.
I want to be living it, and then being able to say, like, yeah, you can, let me help you live it as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm excited for next year for that reason.
Okay, really quick, we're going to get back to the episode here in just a second, but we need to talk about Music Bed. And that's because as a filmmaker, one of the hardest parts about this job is finding music that fits the vibe you're looking for. We've been down the rabbit hole. We've done hours of searching only to land on tracks that are just fine at best, but they're not perfect. And that's why 5 years ago we switched to Music Bed and we never looked back. The moment we started using Music Bed, we realized that they're not just another generic licensing platform. They've redefined what music should be for filmmakers because the tracks are authentic, they're emotional, and they're made by real artists. I mean, you can really feel the difference. They've set this insane standard for quality too because they're very picky about the amount of artists that they accept. So it's not like you're just sifting through fluff. Everything is highly curated. And their new AI-powered search tool is nothing short of amazing. I can find the perfect track in minutes instead of hours. So if you're ready to elevate your work and win over more clients, head to the link in the description where you can claim your 14-day free trial of Music Bed. And trust us when we say this is an absolute game changer. Now we're gonna head back to the show.
I'm excited for the end of next year to look back on this, on 2025 especially. I'm really excited for December and to look back and think like, wow, all those weddings are done. They're delivered, because a lot of them are in September, October.
I was about to say, I'm just gonna look at the camera right now so we can take a still of my face right now, and then we'll revisit this in a year and just see what it looks like next December after we just get
Nate's full gray.
I'm going to be gray. I'm already salt and peppering it. Yeah, next September and October, it's just going to be like...
I told my wife, please love me the next probably I'll be buying some nice things because I'll be making some good money.
Next year, you really are at risk of coming back and Amelia being like, hello, Father? Is that you?
Sam's my house. Get out of my house. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jingle All the Way. His neighbor's eating his wife's cookies.
Sam, what are you doing here?
Yeah, get out of my house.
No, next October and September is going to be crazy. And I do want to say, because I bet some people were probably listening and being like, you passed up 60 inquiries. And it's like, yeah, we could have shelled them out. We could have said, yeah, we can work with...
We respond to all of them.
We
Give
could
them a chance,
we could work with $3,000 or $4,000, like great. And then we would have hired someone, paid them and made, a couple $100. But the problem with that, and the reason we didn't, is that they were coming from down in Morgan, this beautiful cinematic thing. And they were inquiring because they want that. They want that product.
That. Yeah.
And if we shell it out and hire someone to shoot that, not discrediting anyone here, but for the price that we would have had to pay people and hire people for, it's like they wouldn't have got that.
Which is the issue. I mean, that's a whole other discussion about
and then it hurts our
outsourcing.
brand.
Yeah, like Dallin and Morgan was such a personal experience for all of us. Like everyone who was shooting it, it was very personal for all of us.
Very much.
It was
so.
very intimate. It was very personal. The edit was very personal. We took clips of their daughter laughing. Like it was so. And so to like ask somebody to approach that with the edit in mind when they don't have to edit it, it's just impossible. So I just, So yeah, that's something I learned a lot this year. Which to be completely just vulnerable here, like it was a little disheartening for a second because, like I don't want to be traveling every weekend.
I was about to ask, like, how has becoming a father changed?
I've learned. I could talk
the way you've looked at it.
I could talk a whole episode about what I've learned about like personal life. But yeah, like I just kind of like look at my calendar next year, especially September, October. I'm like, man, I'm not going to see my family for like 2 months. Is how it feels.
Changes things.
So that does suck, but I also know it's to play the long game of like where I want my family to be financially.
Yeah.
You know, but I also know that I'm not, you know, I just quickly adapted and said, okay, well, that doesn't give me an excuse to like not be present.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be over the top the days I'm home, you know?
Yeah.
Which we're so lucky to be. I work from home, so I'll just be more present, which I'm excited to do. So it's gonna be an interesting year. It's also like seriously, I'm also telling Kenzie, in the way Kenzie looked at it was, Kenzie's my beautiful wife. You guys should know that. New listeners, get up to speed. Is that like, we're so excited that like the summer, the spring, got nothing going on.
No.
Like home.
Yeah.
Working on courses, whatever, maybe some networking events here and there, back end things, maybe a workshop. I don't know, like just doing things home. And so she's like, I love that you're home like all year, and then like there's 2 months of the year that you're just like grinding.
Go. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And also she loves for us that those 2 months, it's not like some of those months have been where it's like we're grinding for no money because we're trying to get in with this person. We're trying to make this connection. We're trying to get this content for a course. Like she knows that those things are all true, plus full paychecks.
Right.
So it's cool. I think, yeah, I'm happy. I'm a lot happier about it than I thought I'd be.
Yeah.
Crazy what money can do to a guy. You're getting paid for doing some work.
Crazy.
So yeah, it's gonna be I'm really excited for next year. But this year was awesome.
Yeah.
Also, this year I think both of us learned we're just doing too much.
Definitely.
Did way too much.
Definitely.
Did way too much.
But at the same time, that's kind of how you find out what you need to focus on. So at some point, you have to do too much.
Yeah. That's how I found out I loved weddings. I did everything else.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, weddings.
Weddings to the way.
Yeah, just like we did a coaching program. We have a podcast. We have our courses. We had workshops. Did so many things I just learned next year. Nope.
Just not worth it.
Mm. Yeah, so we're refining our course, dumbing it down, making it simpler to manage for our sake, and also to just help, beginners and get started and stuff. So yeah, a lot of experiences this year. And I could talk for hours, guys, about spiritual aspects of what I've learned this year, but I won't. Being a father's crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
One day Nate's gonna walk in here in his New Balances.
Someday I will.
And I'm gonna cry.
No, 100%. That is how I'm gonna announce it to you.
I'm gonna cry.
But
I'll be here early. I'll walk in the studio. I'll sit down. I won't even notice until like half the episode. I'm just like.
I think if I show up, I have to I'm gonna have to wear some like baggy sweats to cover them, and so then when I sit down, I'll just because if I walk in, like you'll probably notice, like, oh,
cry.
Nice kicks, they're New Balance. No, yeah, it has been a crazy year for you.
Yeah,
crazy year.
A lot going on.
A lot going on.
Anyway, guys, we thought we'd just quick episode talking about kind of a little yearly analysis, things we've learned.
And thank you to all of you.
Yeah, man, thank you guys.
Seriously. We're on our YouTube channel. So we have 2 YouTube channels. We have the main Runaway Vows one. At the time of filming this, I think it has like 28.2 thousand subscribers. I checked this morning. It's pretty much 30.
Yeah.
The podcast one though, seriously, we just upload these conversations. There's almost 1,000 people that sub on YouTube just for that. And then
a year.
And then just the education Instagram is at 14,000 people that just want to see us yap about things, just talk. It is pretty humbling just to see people actually invested in what we do on the education side of things. And that's been really, really humbling as well. So thank you to each and every single one of you. Genuinely, thank you.
We don't take it lightly, even though we might come across
even though
that
it
way.
Seems like, what are they talking about?
To end on a fun question, Nathan.
Yeah, hit me.
What are you asking for Christmas?
Dude, I think we've
because
already...
if this holiday's anything, it's about commercialism. I'm joking.
Man, I think I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. Maybe the older I get, the more I just want a nice pair of socks.
We did talk about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just give me some good socks that are going to last me. And I'm a happy guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Kayla texted me about that.
Oh, yeah.
Did she tell you?
No.
Our conversation? Okay.
I'm just kidding. No, she did. She did.
It was
No,
this. It was this.
No, yeah, I know about that.
Socks.
Dude, I don't know, because a couple of weeks ago when we talked about this, I just had no idea. I sat there and just like looked at this hypnotizing looking wall for like
Yeah.
a minute and got dizzy.
Tell you what I really want.
What?
The real answer here that I won't ask for or get because it's expensive is the Titanic Lego set. It's like it is like $1,000.
Yeah. No, yeah,
and there would be nowhere to put it.
yeah. No, that's the joke I tell Kayla. It's like you can either buy me socks for $20 or the Leica Q5 47mm for $7,000.
You decide.
Whichever
How
one
much
is
do you
yours.
wanna-
I'm not even a photographer, but I want that camera
How
so
about you?
bad.
How about you do that Atlantic credit, Kayla?
We don't need a house, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. For me, it's just more about like the spirit of Christmas. I just love the 24 days leading up to Christmas.
Yeah, me too, man. You know what I've also loved is Jared Wayward North's series he's doing right now.
Yeah.
12 Days of
12
Christmas.
Days of Christmas, yeah.
So cool. I
Yeah, it
love
is.
It's been awesome. Shout out Jared.
Other than the Titanic Lego set, what do you want?
Nothing. I asked for a sponge on a stick for my bathroom sink.
We talked about this, yeah.
Yeah.
Just the basic sponge.
But I'm really just excited for Amelia to open presents, even though she
Yeah.
really won't know how to yet. Next year will be really fun. But this year, it's going to be us. Like, she's not going to care. But, like, I'm just really excited to, like, view Christmas for the first time in my life through someone else's eyes for the first, like, who's experiencing it for the very first time. Even though she's just 7 months old.
I'm just picturing Athy right now, just like, this is what I got to look forward to as I grow. Socks and a
kid.
Lego set. And he's like 20 years old. 20 years old, just
It's a simple
wants
thing.
to travel the world.
I-
No, that's
I'll-
going to be magical.
Yeah. All I asked for my in-laws was
Space.
the red Oreos.
Not space to enjoy your own Christmas.
All for Christmas is to not see you guys. I
what's,
think we're doing a Christmas dinner.
what's your what's the mocktail recipe you're most looking
I don't
forward to
know.
making?
I did the peppermint one.
Uh,
I'm over it.
yeah.
It's a lot of cream. I love the apple cinnamon one, but I want to try a
it's
new
hard to
one.
beat.
Oh, actually, I saw this one. It's called the snow globe.
Dang,
So you get a round.
you're deep in the mocktail algorithm.
It's a you get this. It's those glasses. It's like
A snow globe.
Well, it's like one of those round cups. It's like a champagne glass without the stem.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So it's
Just
like
a
a
nice
round-
round cup
So what they did
glass.
is they took rosemary,
Okay.
snipped it, put it in the center, filled it with water, just the first third.
Freeze it.
Froze it so it looks like a rosemary branch, looks like a Christmas tree, like a mini one.
Oh.
So it looks like a Christmas tree.
Like
In
planted in
snow.
the ground. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
In
pretty
the
cool.
center of your glass. And then to make it stay, you just kind of like tape it to the top for while it freezes. Freezes pretty quick. And then you just pour whatever creation you want.
That's
in
pretty
it.
cool.
And so they poured some type of ginger ale. It was kind of this like whitish cream type mixture. Picture ginger ale. On top, engulf the whole glass, and you sprinkle to deliver it. I mean, you can rim the glass too with sugar, but you sprinkle like powdered sugar or just sugar,
Granulated sugar.
granulated sugar, on top, and it literally looks like a snow globe. Like the sugar
That's
falls
dope.
onto the tree, and it
That's
sticks to the rosemary branches.
Huh.
And then it dissolves in like a second. So it's really about the presentation.
You got to have your camera
I
ready.
want to try that
Let me know when you do.
snow globe.
Please.
But then I saw a comment on it, and
Dang.
it said,
Ruined it for you.
every time I drink it, it's gonna stick me in the nose. And I was like, yeah, it will.
Shoot. Or the eyeball.
If you drink, it's just gonna. So maybe a straw thing.
Got him on a
Maybe a
technicality.
cute little straw,
Yeah, why not?
a black one, the little ones.
Did you ever drink Sprite through a red vine when you went to the
Oh, yeah.
theater?
Are we about to go to the movie theater after this?
Athy, what are you up to later?
No, I gotta cool it. I've gained so much weight this last like month. It's not even crazy. I weighed myself 2 weeks ago, and I was like, oh, it's just because of Thanksgiving. It'll fall off. I weighed myself today. I'm like, oh, it's just
It's
my
me.
weight.
It's my choices.
Yeah, so.
Well. If it
Yeah,
isn't the
wanna do that.
consequences of my
Are you gonna do a Christmas dinner?
with
What
my
do you guys do?
with my extended family?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we
You
are
bring a dish.
Yeah, usually it's just like a bread or something. Oh yeah, this holiday season, I want to nail down the double chocolate chip espresso loaf that I tried. I tried it.
I need it.
It was good, but I put in a little too much water and milk, like it was too runny. So when I put all the chocolate chips in there, they just sunk to the bottom. So when I cooked the loaf, there was no chocolate chips like peppered throughout. They're all just at the bottom. And so I need to make it a thicker batter, more like pancake, maybe a little thicker. But yeah, that double chocolate chip espresso
But the
loaf.
bottom was delicious.
The
Though.
bottom was super good though. The bottom was really good. I would just cut the bottom. It's like those people that only eat the tops of the muffins. That was me with the bottom.
Yeah. Make me one.
Yeah. I don't know, a little holiday bread. Why not?
Yeah.
I want to learn how to make. Have you ever had panettone? Panettone. The big looking like things of bread that come in the box that you buy, and they have like little raisins and colorful things in them. Do you know what I'm talking about, Athy? They're like this big.
I'm not an inclusion bread
They
guy.
look like a big muffin, and they have colorful little.
Never had one.
You would recognize it. It's actually it's like a macaroon.
Sell me.
It's like a macaroon where it's just like something so simple where you're like, why? But then you realize it's really hard to make.
Sell me on
That's
it.
what panettone is. I'll send you one. I want to learn how to make that. Maybe this is the year.
What I've been making this week, I've improved the Starbucks turkey bacon egg white sandwich.
Really?
Oh yeah. I saw at Smith's those little egg shapers.
Yeah, little circles.
Yeah, it was a square and a circle. So I bought English muffins, bought some eggs, bought turkey bacon, and American cheese, and I seriously slay it. It's delicious.
Do you have any glass jars laying around? So you can just use a glass jar for a shaper.
How?
You can use the jar itself or like the lids that, like the jar lids that open and they have the two pieces.
Yeah.
So
just put
you
in that.
spray and then you put it down.
I already
Crack the
bought
egg
the
inside
rubber
of
thing, Nathan.
I know.
I also found out they had like mini ones, like
after the
little
fact.
pans.
What are you talking about? Little pans.
Like they're literally like a little circle egg. It's an egg pan. It literally fits one egg. It's a cast iron pan that fits one egg.
One egg? Like I have a small cast iron. It's probably like that big.
Yeah.
Like, it's like.
So we need a producer to show up. What?
Athy, can you look up
Pan.
a single egg cast iron? No, I have a small cast iron, but.
I mean, this says 4, but there's ones that only have one.
Oh, yeah. I'm just talking about. Yeah. Is that what you're using to make your?
No, I have just a shaper put in my pan. A square shaper, rubber, silicone. But I make a great turkey bacon egg white sandwich.
Turkey bacon egg white sandwich.
Yeah. But I love Christmas.
Same.
Good holiday. Top 3 for me.
Yeah. We're not gonna have a white Christmas.
No.
Dang.
So sad.
So
Means
depressing.
we're gonna have a horribly depressing January. I might leave for Arizona for a few weeks. We'll see.
Maybe.
All right, you guys. Thank you for listening to us ramble.
Yeah.
Feels
We
like
really didn't have that much to be thankful for, did we?
no, not much.
We didn't learn anything this year.
Not much. Couple good points.
Hey, we had a couple good points. I remember last year when we prepped for the episode, like I sat down the night before and I just I really got in my feels. It was like a journaling session for 2 hours. This one, you kind of sprung on me.
I did spring
like
on Nathan
five
right
minutes before we started recording.
I said, "Here's your idea, Athy. You start the cameras."
So I'm like, what am I thankful for? I guess that's on me for not having a heart of thankfulness.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We should maybe do a sit down, better one day. Maybe we start off the
Next
new year
week.
on a good.
We'll revisit this next week.
Note. I was gonna say one more thing.
Yeah, hit me.
I forgot. I really don't remember.
Dang.
It was good.
Next week.
Dang it. Oh, I'm just thankful for you guys, which Nate already said. Thankful for our community, our Facebook group, our Instagram. Thankful for everyone. I feel like we've had some great discussions in our Facebook group. It's been awesome.
Definitely have.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys at the new year.
Guys, I will say a lot of fun guests coming your way.
We do. 2025 is going to be a great one.
This podcast is going to pop off,
Yeah, it is.
especially now that we got you out of the way. All right, love you. Bye.